Hello. Okay, so as you can see, I got a new haircut just before the show yesterday. So yeah, it's the standard Joe haircut. It can have several different names. It could be a Caesar cut. It could be, but we'll just go with the Joe style. I don't know exactly what it is, but it works for me. And in the lady who cut my hair at the Fantastic Sam's down the street from me, I swear to God, she's like the fruit fly. Okay, I was like, oh my God, you could be my fruit fly. This is scary. I'm not supposed to have fruit flies. They're supposed to only use me when their marriage is on the rocks. Well, but she's like, your hair just works. It's so healthy. And how do you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, my roommate had Pantene Pro V, and I just used it because I was too lazy to get my own chips. So I'm like, well, it works. It's like, woo, healthy hair. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm totally getting off the topic now. Okay, the reason I started this is because, as you'll see right in this window, two names. One's Jay Mitchell, he's 7, the other's a new person, getting Laffo. I've come up, well, they started something because another person started, and so sort of like, well, this is cool, is get to know your local Transformers fan. So, or it could be called by other people's Geekathon Cybertron, or whatever. Yeah, you'll probably think that's weird. Okay, so, of course, there are a series of questions that they wanted you to answer. First, starting, how long have you been a Transformers fan? Oy. God, now that makes me feel old. At this point, it's approaching 24 years. I was one of those fortunate few to actually, when Transformers first hit the air in 1985, I was 5 years old, or at least approaching 6. So born in 79. So, oh God, I feel so old. I mean, it makes perfect sense for my age, but when I was young, I was always into, the engineering stuff, and it wasn't really into action figures, but they're like Legos. My parents always knew my fascination with Legos, and Transformers were like robots that talk and walk and turn into things. I'm like, oh! I was just glued to the screen every time this show came on. In fact, when I was 7 and my parents took me to Disneyland, or was it 6 or 7, my parents, for my birthday, well, I remember that they had bought me an Optimus Prime, and I was a little younger and didn't know what happened to all of it. So what they did is, when I was 7, they bought me a G1 Optimus Prime to replace the one I didn't know what I did with. And I was like, wow, my parents actually know what I like, and they're helping me. Oh, it's like... Anyway, I had so many different Transformers toys I kept getting, and I don't know. I remember I had Fortress Maximus, which, most people... No, it wasn't Fortress Max. It was Metroplex was the one I got in, and I always had the Transformer ones. Never really the Decepticons. Always Autobots. Probably stuff aside, I always throw it on. But I'm going a little on how long I've been a fan. So the second question is, when I answered the second question, what is your earliest memory of Transformers? Who is your favorite Transformer of all time and why? Um, okay, is this good? Different answer? I could go with the standard, Optimus, strong, courageous leader. No, no, my favorite of all time, out of everyone, not even Wheeljack, Grimlock. Yes, Grimlock is the easiest to identify with me for, because he's Grimlock. He's very blunt and to the point, and he's very confident. I guess a little part of me, because I was born, and because of my disabilities, I just naturally have a low self-esteem and pretty much no self-confidence. So, a lot of it is just a false front, like the heaviness and the excitability. I mean, that's all real, but like the bravado and stuff is more of a false front to cover for those, qualities that I lack. But he was always there. He was just like, me Grimlock not stupid, me Grimlock king. Me Grimlock no listen to you. Me Grimlock smash bad robots. It was just like, it was cheesy and it was wrong, but he was just, he's this brave, courageous leader of this band of robots created by Wheeljack and Ratchet called the Dinobots. He was one of the original three without the big brain that the later two, the Brontosaurus and the Brontosaurus and the Triceratops. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You see those Swoop? Because Grimlock is the T-Rex. There's Slag, Snarl, Swoop, and I can never remember the Brontosaurus' name. I don't know why. Probably because he probably is the least interesting to me. I was like, but it's not Grimlock. It's that cool, I meet Grimlock. And there's the signature line to it is me Grimlock. But again, I get sidetracked, but I love, and probably from explaining my answers. So I I went on to the second question without even telling you what it was. Okay, so the next question I answered was my most prized Transformers possession. Yeah, I could say Grimlock, but really it is actually I have a steel in-box G1 reissue anniversary Optimus Prime, and that thing's never leaving the box. Just because it is that original one, and every time I open an Optimus from the box, something happens, and I'm just not risking it with this one, and I can't find it. But I will continue questions in part 2.